tonight at Weidner Field in Colorado Springs as we get set for a key Western Conference showdown. The Switchbacks FC back at home playing host to the Sounders FC 2 of Seattle. Welcome in, everybody. Josh Howe alongside Roland Vargas. And Roland, both these teams come in stumbling, looking to find the win column. Both are winless in their last four. Let's start with the Switchbacks. They have not been that far off in terms of getting into the win column. A big reason why Jordan Burt, USL Team of the Week, leading the team in goals. He's going to be key tonight if they're going to have success.
100% correct, and it was a very deserved award for Jordan Burt, despite the Switchbacks not being able to take 3 points in that game. Jordan Burt got the brace. He's been fantastic recently, and frankly, he's been great all season for the Switchbacks, one of their best players defensively and going forward.
Seattle right now 8th in the Western Conference standings, 1 point behind the Switchbacks. Zach Mathers leads the way in terms of goal scoring for Sounders FC 2. He's tough.
He's a very difficult player, supported by Irvin Parr as well. We know Seattle's got a lot of talent. That's a deep organization. They know what they're doing. They've got a lot of quality at this level and, of course, at the MLS level, too.
Well, for Switchbacks FC head coach Steve Tritchue, not a lot of talk leading up to this one. It's a business match tonight. Here's his take.
Coach, finally back home. How does that help your game plan tonight?
Yeah, it's good to be back home, back on our home field here. But, it's been a rough 2 weeks, but we got to get back on track. And, with these 2 games coming up these next 2 weeks at home, we've got to win them.
You've made some lineup changes. How is that going to spark your team?
Yeah, well, Shane's coming back into the starting lineup. We're going to start Luke in the middle of the field there, and then Jack Jones is going to get his first start of the year. And I'm looking for that emotion. I'm looking for a little bit of fire there. And he deserves a chance to give it a go. So we'll see what happens.
Coach, good luck tonight.
Thanks.
The Switchbacks trying to win for the 3rd time ever against the Sounders FC 2. Starting lineup and kickoff when we come back.
Prepare yourself. Something exciting is coming. Something that'll give you 5 big reasons to rethink your travel plans. It's
5 new nonstop flights from Colorado Springs.
This summer, you can fly nonstop to San Francisco, San Diego, Washington, D.C., and starting this fall, Fort Myers and Tampa, too. When you add in our new flights, that's more than 35 daily shortcuts to happiness. Plus, parking is simple, check-in is easy, and you've got a short drive home.
Want to start flying happier from Colorado Springs? Look before you book at flycos.com.
Switchbacks fans, let's get this party started. 90s party for sure. And we're talking about some temperatures that are still a little bit below average for this time of year. We're still going to see some rain showers here and there, off and on through the beginning of the game, through about halftime as well. And then probably some wet roads as you're driving home. So just be aware of that. Stuck in this monsoon-like weather pattern for the rest of the weekend. Make sure to enjoy the game.
On air, online, and on the go. Fox 21 News right now.
The Switchbacks FC and the Sounders FC 2 ready to battle it out for the 8th time in the history of this series, going back to 2015. These 2 teams battling for 3 points tonight, 7th and 8th respectively in the conference standings. Here we go for the Switchbacks FC, and Moise Poiti 2nd in the league. in saves. He's got 54. Roland gets the start again tonight.
Great goalkeeper Moise Poitier and Jack Jones making the lineup, starting, leading the attack for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, and head coach Steve Tritchew.
Steve Tritchew, playoff appearances in each of his first 2 seasons in Colorado Springs. Right now his team in the playoff picture, but certainly work to do with 12 games to go in the regular season. All right, the Sounders FC2 led by Ezra Hendrickson, and well, Brian Meredith, 7 starting goal tonight. Irvin Parra, he scored the first goal of the game when these 2 teams met back on July the 29th, or check that, April the 29th. And there's Ezra Hendrickson, 3-time MLS Cup champion as a player. What a job he has done with the Sounders FC2. A shortened bench tonight for Sounders FC2, and there's a look at our military member of the game, Senior Airman Jonathan Fiedler, 21st Communications Squadron. He served in the Air Force just over 2 years. We certainly thank him for his service to our great country. Now the officials tonight: Malik Badawi, Jacob Harold, Sebastian Cardona, Joe Wachowski, rounding out the officiating crew, and we are just about ready to go. Seattle Sounders FC2 in the road green, white numbers, blue trunks, and the Switchbacks home black, white numbers. Our Tucanos ball the game, and we are ready to get this one underway. Josh Howe alongside Roland Vargas. Roland, what an atmosphere. We talked about the urgency. Both these teams know how important these 3 points are here tonight.
And head coach Steve Tritchew didn't mince any words, said it needs 3 points from this game, and also 3 points coming up in the next week for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. So 2 home games, they need 6 points. It starts here against the Seattle Sounders FC2 team that has had the Switchbacks number at times in the past. So we got a good matchup on our hands here at Weidner Field.
On the previous 7 meetings between these 2 teams, the Sounders 4-2-1 as Malik Badawi leads the officiating crew tonight. And here we go, Shane Malcolm up top for the Switchbacks, and that cross gets caught up out of bounds near side here. The Switchbacks will control. So starting up top, Cashier, Malcolm, Jack Jones, the versatile Jack Jones getting the start tonight. Here's Malcolm. And the Sounders FC2 goals scored. Well, both these teams coming in 29 goals scored apiece, and played immediately by Brian Meredith, making his 7th starting goal for the Sounders FC2.
Playing a dangerous game of the Seattle Sounders FC2 here tonight. No goalkeeper on the bench, so obviously a lot on Meredith there in goal for Seattle. Jack Jones coming across, making the challenge. Referee quick to the whistle. Free kick for S2.
Well, Brian Meredith gets a start in goal. Miller has seen time along with Sam Fowler, but this team, Roland, they have struggled giving up goals this season. Tied for the USL lead, 42 goals allowed coming in. And the Sounders FC2 able to work it up with David Olson. And here's Taeson Kim. Both these teams winless in the last 4. The Switchbacks, so some close losses, 1 goal losses in their last 3 defeats here coming into tonight. And this is Sion McFarland working on the back end for Colorado Springs.
Good composure there from Sion McFarland. Wasn't able to find that outlet ball to Jack Jones. Jack Jones leading the line. Shane Malcolm on the right-hand side. Masta Kasher in his favorite left.
We talked about Jack Jones getting the start tonight. Kevon Frater not in the lineup. The accumulation of yellow cards has him out of tonight's game. That's a big blow, but at the same time, a big opportunity for number 77.
It's a huge opportunity for Jack Jones. He changes things a little bit. This ball going to be pumped long, looking for Jack Jones on that flick on. He adds a little bit of physicality. Doesn't have quite that top-end speed that Kevon Frater brings, but Jack Jones is a good player, good technical player, going to work across that front line. Obviously try to bring Masta Kasher and Shane Malcolm into the game as much as he can.
As Nike, a proud partner of the USL, visit NikeSoccer.com for all the latest Nike soccer information. So free kick here for the Switchbacks is Josh Suggs will take it.
It's a good early opportunity. Both center backs for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC forward. Sion McFarland, Josh Phillips, very dangerous in the air.
That left foot into the box and cleared out by the Sounders FC2. Shane Malcolm. So explosive up top. He'll throw it in on the near side for Colorado Springs. Jordan Bird tied for the team lead with 6 goals. The throw into Malcolm doubled up near the end line, and It's going to be a corner kick, the first of the night for Colorado Springs.
And this is where the Switchbacks can be dangerous. Josh Suggs will come across to take this corner kick, whip it in obviously with his left foot. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC have a lot of height, a lot of strength in that lineup.
Rowland getting out to the lead. Nothing new for Colorado Springs. They've had great success early on. It's closing matches, which has certainly given them fits. We'll see how they start here tonight. Here in the 4th minute of play, Suggs sets it up. Switchbacks 1 point ahead of Sounders FC2 coming into tonight. With the left foot backside, and Phillips going to give chase. Seattle will control. Now 7 times this season the Switchbacks, and Steve Tritchu pointed out to you in your pregame article leading up to this one, 7 times they've had the lead at some point in a match this year, only to end in either a loss or a draw, and that just isn't cutting it.
That's 100% correct. That was Steve Tritchu's words. Just not good enough from the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Obviously, it's great that they're getting out to those leads, but they just haven't been able to hold on to them. But it's good to be home. We know just how dangerous the Switchbacks are here at Weidner Field, so that's huge for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to get off that 2-game road trip, get back here, some of the cooler conditions in the altitude at Weidner Field.
Fans, don't forget to tune in to the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC Channel 85 Monday night, 7 o'clock Mountain Time for all the latest news and information. And that's going to go the other way. And also don't forget about the Sirius XM FC Game of the Week. Check out USLsoccer.com for dates and times.
Olsen here just leaning in, referee right on top of it to call that challenge. You see here Jordan Burt coming across. Olsen just a little bit late there, pulling back Jordan Burt. Referee gives a foul the Switchbacks way. Moise Boati will come forward, take this one. Look forward, look for that flick on perhaps from Jack Jones.
Boati with the left foot. Cashier able to play it. Drops it back, and here's Suggs sweeping it back with the left foot. Overcast skies. We had some sprinkles prior to kickoff, but so far so good. The moisture holding off. It looks like a wall is coming at us from the west. We'll see how things play out, but the surface absolutely pristine at kickoff here tonight. Brian Meredith making his 7th start across midfield, and there's Josh Phillips.
We know Phillips is going to win those kind of balls all day long. Just needs a little bit of help from his midfield there. Try to get on the end of that. Master Cashier working back defensively now. Shane Malcolm on the right-hand side as well.
Well, we talked about the urgency for both these teams in the pregame, and still a lot of soccer left to be played with 12 games counting this one tonight. But when you look at the standings, not a lot separates team number 4 in the conference standings to team number really 10 right now, or 11. A lot's going to play out over the next dozen games here for Colorado Springs.
So bunched up, and with that uneven scheduling, it is really difficult to get a hand on exactly who really is where. It can be a little bit deceiving at times. Good break here for S2 down the right-hand side, but well covered there by the Switchbacks FC. But it's a little bit difficult to know exactly where you stand, but you see those games in hand that teams like Orange County have on the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. So with these 2 home games here in Colorado Springs, it's vital the Switchbacks take back 6 points.
Now, Orange County just 1 point out of the 8 playoff spot. And they have 6 games in hand on Seattle and Colorado Springs. So certainly a home team trying to take care of business tonight. Thrown to the far side by Sounders FC2. Jordan Burt is there. Clear out with the left foot. Jack Jones, no.
It's a great leap there by Parr off that throw in, but well defended in the end by the Switchbacks.
Fans, don't forget USL. All kinds of ways to get tickets, stats, scores, highlights. USLsoccer.com or at Twitter, the handle at USL Soccer. Sounders FC2 ball. The Seattle team, 4 consecutive losses coming in. The latest at Sacramento, they fell 2-0. Swope Park prior to that, and Swope Park, how about the Rangers? Unbeaten in their last 10. They're 2nd place right now in the Western Conference standings.
We thought the Western Conference was going to be all about RSL, the Monarchs, and San Antonio. But as you said, Swope Park really making moves here in the last couple months.
San Antonio, who's lost just once this season thanks to the Switchbacks a little over a month ago. They're in 3rd right now in the conference. By Shane Malcolm, played off the right foot of Christian Kuntz. Here's Jordan Burt now. Yeah, Jones ahead of him, and
Now Kuntz able to play it up with the left foot. A little heavy on the touch. Here's Argueta. Kim. And a Sounders FC2 player down at midfield, and it looks like it's David Olson with some Colorado ties.
It is David Olson, referee, blowing that one, letting them take the free kick early. That's just catching practice for Moise Poitier.
So Argueta pressed there by Olson, and Moise Poitier drives it deep into the Seattle end. Vercoloni, a good run, the one hop, and quickly played out by Brian Meredith. Well, good to see Luke back into the starting lineup tonight. Vercoloni playing just a little more than 300 minutes coming into this one tonight, but certainly they need him in a big way to try to get a W here at home.
So far starting this match, Luke Vercoloni has slotted in just alongside Jack Jones, trying to support Jack Jones at every opportunity, using the width offered to them by Shane Malcolm on the right-hand side, Masta Kasher on the left, and of course, Tae-Song Kim and Ronnie Argueta holding that midfield as they do so well.
And spinning out of trouble is Irvin Parra. There to the switchbacks in. Parra has got Kuntz to his left, pressured from behind by Argueta. Parra goes down, and now a delayed whistle. And Sion McFarland still on the pitch for Colorado Springs.
Such a good player, Parra. Great feet, good movement. Had his head up there. He was aware of where he was. Took a nice touch. McFarland came across here. Ball just runs past him. Not sure Parra could have got on the end of that one. But shoulder to shoulder there. Referee on top of it, blowing for the foul. Dangerous position here for S2.
Good sportsmanship there as McFarland helped up by Irvin Parra, and a free kick for the Sounders FC2. So an early opportunity here in the 11th minute for Seattle.
It's right in the range of Mathers. Parra on top of it as well. They've got some options, left foot and the right foot. Right foot of Parra, left foot of Mathers. So Moise Poitier going to go with the four-man wall here, trying to set up his wall as best he can. It's a very dangerous position for S2 to have a free kick.
Seattle hasn't scored a goal since July the 16th on a free kick. This is Parra. Bends it in, and Poitier is right there. Quickly on the throw out, long throw down, and too far out in front of Luke Vercoloni. So many ways to follow the Switchbacks. Social media, Facebook, one of those, like the Switchbacks FC. And top of the 18, Vercoloni goes down. No call as Malcolm goes breaking in towards the post, and it's going to be switchback ball.
Great break forward from Luke Vercoloni. Well won there by Jack Jones. It was Vercoloni head up, had one idea on his mind there. Good move from Shane Malcolm to come in around the backside. Switchbacks FC earned their first Budweiser corner kick of the night. Good play from Luke Vercoloni.
Shane Malcolm breaking up top. He's standing in front of the goal. Been in, backside. Bird heads it up in the air, still alive. Jones heads it and now set out. Argueta will run it down in his own end. You got Sion McFarland here on the near side, and a big ball over to Sion, over the head of Jordan Burt. McFarland trying to make a move, but Parra, good recovery for Seattle.
Well defended in the end by S2, but that was a great opportunity for Colorado Springs. Jordan Burt coming in on that corner kick, showing great strength once again. Jordan Burt, we talked about him in the pregame, just how dangerous he's been. Great ball in from Masta Kasher, put a lot of air under it. Good leap there from Jordan Burt, and Jack Jones is able to flick that ball on, but unfortunately no teammates able to put that ball goalward. A good play there from the Switchbacks FC.
Here's Jones, and offside the call. Just offside is Jones trying to get behind Brian Sinkum, and Sinkum, a name Switchback fans are familiar with in a bad way here. Back in the first meeting in April, 2 goals, and that really was the difference in that contest. 2 second-half goals, and that was it for Colorado Springs.
That game played under much different conditions than we are here today. Obviously, big lineup changes, and Seattle organization stretched a little bit thin with their MLS game in Los Angeles tonight, as we can see with just the 4-man bench and no reserve goalkeeper for Seattle Sounders FC2.
Kim gives chase, ricocheted off of Sam Rogers, and this is going to be Seattle ball.
Parra going down there under the challenge of Jordan Burt.
There's Rogers. Jones trying to cave in. And, well, he is relentless.
Jack Jones's pressure has been great. It's been helped out by Luke Fercoloni. Steve Turchu talked about that spark, what he wanted to see early. He certainly has seen that here in the first quarter of an hour at Weidner Field.
14th minute of play, still no score. These two teams meeting for the second time this season. They'll meet one more time up in the Northwest later on, as we tick towards August here.
Unlucky call there going against Josh Phillips. Another opportunity for Seattle Sounders FC2 to put this ball in the box. A little bit too far out for a shooting opportunity, one would imagine, but Seattle's going to bring their center backs forward. See what they can do here.
Zach Mathers, leading goal scorer, and going for that back post. And
referee's going to call offside. He let that free kick be taken early. Assistant referee's flag is up. Not exactly sure who straight offside, but somebody did. Assistant referee called that immediately, so Switchbacks will restart.
You know, Roland, when you take a look at the tough stretch Colorado Springs has been on, they haven't been that far off. We talked about those 1-goal defeats. As Shane Malcolm breaking free. Malcolm into the 18. Closed in on in a hurry. That's going to be a corner kick for Colorado Springs. The speed of number 23.
Brilliant break forward there from Shane Malcolm. It was well defended in the end by Kuntz. He used his speed as well to come across and clear that ball out for the Switchbacks corner kick. But great touch here. Great first touch from Shane Malcolm. Directness taking him toward goal. Well played there by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC all the way from a goal kick.
Christian Kuntz the challenge on that play. So Josh Suggs, another corner kick here. Third of the game for Colorado Springs. 15th minute of play. Suggs, line drive, backside, pinballed around and through the end line.
Head in his hands there, Jordan Burt. You can see once again Jordan Burt so dangerous in these opportunities, just how late he arrives. Defenders are not ready for him. He comes in at pace, won that ball there, might have gotten a little bit tangled up with his teammate Jack Jones, but another good leap from Jordan Burt and a great ball in from Josh Suggs. Just look how late he arrives. He's not even in your picture. There he is. There's Jordan Burt. Just maybe taken off of his head there by his teammate, maybe the defender right in front of him. Unlucky there for Jordan Burt. Great cross in from Josh Suggs.
Now the Switchbacks trying to make the most of home field, of course, tonight against Seattle, and then they're back at home next week against the Timbers 2 of Portland. August the 5th, backpack giveaway night here in Weidner Field. Great crowd on hand here tonight. More than 3,000 expected, and a good start here in the opening half. Fans still filing in here on the east side of Colorado Springs. Jordan Burt on the throw-in.
We haven't called their name a lot so far in this game, but I've been very impressed with Tae-Song Kim and Ronnie Argueta. They really are leading the Switchbacks midfield well and giving players like Shane Malcolm, who was just fouled there on the right-hand side, the ability to get forward just because of how competent they are in the middle of the midfield. So Ronnie Argueta, Tae-Song Kim, really good partnership, and they're going to let Josh Phillips and Sion McFarland go forward for this free kick here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC as Shane Malcolm's able to pick himself up off the ground after a heavy challenge.
The Sounders FC2 really trying to set a physical tone here tonight. Remember, they have a short bench, just 4 reserves listed, and they don't have one keeper on that reserve list.
One has to think that's because of the MLS commitments, but here's Josh Suggs, this ball in back post looking for Josh Phillips.
Off the hop, and Seattle will play it.
It's a difficult one there for Josh Phillips. He was reaching down. The ball was a little bit behind him, trying to guide that ball goalwards, but another good cross in from Josh Suggs. We know just how dangerous he is with that left foot. You can see here Josh Phillips just trying to twist himself around, get this ball played back across goal. Unlucky there. No harm to Meredith's goal.
Played up by Suggs. Good feed, and Vercaroni not able to get there to Luke as Francisco Narbonne well positioned. Here we go on a counter. Sounders FC2 trying to work it into the 18, and Quaddy is there to cover to his left.
Well defended by the Switchbacks. A little bit stretched there. Seattle won the ball back in a good area, but good cover there by the brothers Josh Suggs and Phillips on the far side of the field, combining well to work that ball back to Moise Poiti.
Jones off the body. Here we go to Shane Malcolm. Room on the edge. Malcolm now turns it into the box. Trying to set up the defender, but David Olson not fooled whatsoever.
Good play there from Shane Malcolm, able to work that ball back, and there's Tae-Song Kim just recycling that to Josh Suggs, who's going to go for a long distance, and that wasn't too far off, you know. Meredith didn't give us a courtesy dive, but Josh Suggs looking for that far post there, and that wasn't too far wide. Good move there from Josh Suggs. He shows the confidence taking that shot from 25 yards plus there.
Sneaky little shot, kept it low to the ground.
And he's a long way out there, takes a little bit of a bounce. It's always going wide there off the left foot just with that angle. But good play there from Josh Suggs, and well done from Taesung Kim. Just keep that attack going.
Waddy able to drive it down, flip the field, and now Brian Meredith. Sounders FC2, you can see a bit of turf there, patched up. That was Christian Kuntz early on of this game when he made that run on Shane Malcolm.
How impressive has Shane Malcolm been here in the first half at Weidner Field? Referee's assistant there briefly raised his flag there for a handball on Jordan Burt, but then pulled it back. Jordan Burt's going to get on the end of this one, see if he can whip it in with his right foot.
Here's the leading goal scorer for Colorado Springs on a cross. Vercoloni off the right foot, up in the air. Meredith secures and goes to the ground.
Strong goalkeeping there by Meredith. Got a nice piece of Jack Jones on his way to clearing that, on his way to catching that ball, excuse me. But good play from Luke Vercoloni, able to reach, able to flick that ball on, looking for Jack Jones. Referee right on top of it. This is a nice flick here from Luke Vercoloni, just trying to put that ball into a dangerous area. Jack Jones giving chase there. He's sandwiched out in the end. Goalkeeper comes crashing over him. Referee right on top of it.
Brian Meredith's 7th game he's played this season. Just under 550 minutes coming in. Giving up 12 goals, 22 saves. And here he is at a scoreless contest, 20th minute of play on the road. And the Sounders FC2 look at a breakthrough. Kim drops back and out taken away by Argueta. Here we go. Malcolm in the seam. There's Jones as well. Touchback for Kim and now taken away. Narbonne on the left side. Burt defending. And there's Sion McFarland. Well, so many great promotions going on here. And so many ways you can follow the Switchbacks. Instagram, one of those. You can follow them on Instagram. Check out Switchbacks FC on Instagram here today. Jack Jones at midfield. Ronnie Argueta, big blast with the right foot. There's Masta Cashier off the body. Masta able to control. Gets by the defender. Masta near the end line. Sets up on a cross coming in. The shot.
Shane Malcolm there with the strike, but what about the play from Masta Cashier? Absolutely brilliant. Takes that ball down off of his chest, beats his man, all ends up, puts that ball on a silver platter for Shane Malcolm. All he has to do is roll that one past Meredith. 1-0 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, 20th minute, Shane Malcolm.
Masta to Malcolm, a thing of beauty in the Switchbacks for the 2nd consecutive week. They have the lead this time with a 22nd minute of play.
And look at Masta Cashier there calming down his teammates, telling them how they have to keep this lead. But what about this? He just strips this defender, goes right around him like he's not even there, takes that ball to the end line. Composure to pull that ball back, and Shane Malcolm comes in out of nowhere, fires that ball home. 1-0 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They've deserved their lead, and Malcolm has deserved his goal. He's been fantastic so far tonight.
Masta Cashier to Shane Malcolm. And it's 1-0 Colorado Springs here in the 22nd minute of play. That's a .365 Grand Club goal, and one of the prettiest goals we have seen this season. Pwadi able to secure as the raindrops start to fall here. Umbrellas pop out in Weidner Field.
Just such tremendous team play on that goal there. Jack Jones' contribution doesn't go unnoticed as well. Jack Jones took 2 defenders with him, making a run across the penalty spot. Those defenders were sucked in, left that space there for Shane Malcolm. He timed his run perfectly. Masta Cashier set it up absolutely brilliantly. Nothing that Shane Malcolm could do but hit the back of the net there. What a goal by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
3rd goal of the season for Shane Malcolm. And from Masta Cashier, he now has 4 assists to go along with 5 goals. And what a start for the home team.
And it shows just how dangerous Masta Cashier is. We hadn't called his name a lot. He hasn't been able to get on the ball a lot here at Weidner Field, but when he did, man, was he ready for it. Beat his player. Great move, well taken off the chest, and a great ball across. Just a terrific play by Masta Cashier. Brilliantly done by the left winger.
Trying to knife that ball into David Olson, and Moise Pwadi able to play it. And when we talked about the number of saves for Moise Pwadi, 2nd most in the USL with 54 coming into tonight. But boy, for number 1 to have another cushion That's big time.
It is big time, and I really like to see, we caught a little bit of a glimpse on it on our camera there. Our camera crew did a great job after that goal. So we see there a short ball. Josh Phillips going to have to come across there and cover here with Olsen breaking forward.
And McFarland, great recovery to take it away. Phillips clears with the right foot. Cashier trying to haul it in, but a good win by Sion McFarland to change the momentum in that run for Seattle.
It was, and what I was talking about just before that play there on that little bit of a short kick from Poitiers was Masta Cashier. As soon as that ball went in, he huddled his teammates around. He grabbed Luke Fercoloni. He grabbed his captain, Ronnie Argueta. He pointed to his head. He told him to keep their composure, make sure they keep this lead. They've given up too many leads, as we've talked about, as head coach Steve Tritchie has talked about. So the Switchbacks desperately want to keep their composure, keep their foot on the gas here as they're doing here, winning that free kick through Tae-Sung Kim.
Kim took a shot with a foot. He's going to be okay. It's going to be a free kick here for Colorado Springs. 24th minute of play. Don't forget labor liftoff, folks. September the 4th, right here in Colorado Springs. And now we'll see how this surface holds up. The umbrellas, as we mentioned, you can see on the far side popped out, as have the rain ponchos. But so far, the footing doesn't seem to be an issue. We'll see as we play on with the rain falling here out of the west, rolling over the front range here in Pikes Peak. And according to the radar, it looks like we could be in for a little bit of moisture here tonight.
A lot of options here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Masta Cashier looks like he's going to take it with the right foot.
Into the wall. Low shot, just wide of the far post. That was Tae-Sung Kim.
Ball found its way, ping-balled right there to Tae-Sung Kim. He made no hesitation in his shot, just pulled that one just inches wide there of Meredith's goal. It's a free kick blocked on the way out, just finds its way to Tae-Sung Kim. He blasts that one. You can see Meredith's a little bit worried about it. Skims right past the post, accelerating off the surface.
So Brian Meredith on the goal kick for the Sounders FC 2. 7-11-2 coming in, 23 points, 1 point behind Colorado Springs. Seattle in 8th place. Switchbacks in 7th coming into tonight. Again, the top 8 advance to the Western Conference playoffs. What a takeaway by Jack Jones. And you can see the water splashing up above the orange cleats of Jack Jones, and footing suddenly becoming an issue.
Nothing that Jack Jones could do there. His left plant foot just went out from under him there, hitting a wet spot here on the field at Weidner Field. Rain really starting to come down here in Colorado Springs, as it has for the past couple of days. This surface really has taken on a lot of water. The Switchbacks practiced here yesterday. Surface was heavy then as well, so just a lot of rain, a lot of precipitation last couple of days here in Colorado Springs. Surely something that the team from Seattle will be aware of. But obviously they play most of their games on turf up in the Great Pacific Northwest.
Well, and talk about the impact in number 77. Obviously, Kevon Frater, an electric player up top, but 77, Jack Jones, he brings a different type of energy that they don't have with anybody else on this roster.
That's the perfect term, Josh, a different energy. It's something different with Jack Jones. He's a little bit more physical. He looks almost a little bit awkward in some of his movements sometimes, but he knows what he's doing. He puts opposing goalkeepers under a ton of pressure, so it's a very good player and a good change for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to be able to make. He's a difficult player to defend, Jack Jones, precisely because of that awkwardness that he brings.
Back tap, and here we go. Josh Suggs into the box, and Jones was doubled up. Here's Malcolm now, trying to slip it forward to Josh Suggs, and well defended there by Seattle, trying to mount a run of their own.
It's a good touch off there from Olsen, who's going to continue his run. Josh Phillips going to go stride for stride with him there. Great pace there from Josh Phillips. Well read on that situation as well.
Olsen keeps it alive, far side for Seattle. And it's going to be Sounders FC 2 ball, but what work by David Olsen. Had 2 Switchbacks bracketing him, and finds a way to keep it in play for the Sounders FC 2. They'll have it on the throw in on the far side here. 28th minute of play, down a goal, but the Switchbacks now, they have the lead again for the 2nd straight week, and flicked right at the keeper, Moise Poitiers. The question is, Roland, can they close tonight?
I think being at home, they can close. That was a good leap there that we saw from Para. got up well there, able to head that ball on goal. Olsen once again central to that. Ball comes in. Parra just flips that one on toward Moise Poiti. Easy save there from the Switchbacks, number one. But to get back to your question, Josh, I think they can. The Switchbacks, they've obviously changed the lineup. They've got some suspensions, but they've got some fresh blood in there. They've got some fresh energy in there. And I think the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC have certainly been put on blast by their coaching staff, and they'll definitely be looking to keep this lead and perhaps even build on it here, especially being at home.
Rogers to Narbonne, far side, and that's a miscue. Don't forget about the Dead Man's Brew Fest. It's coming up this fall, September the 29th, right here at Weidner Field. Tickets, deadmansbrewfest.com. Off the throw-in, played up. Good ball by Ronnie Argueta to get a foot on it. And Phillips trying to get back on defense. Well played, Argueta. McFarland there. He's got Burt to his right. Jordan now out of the Seattle end. Malcolm is to Burt's right. Jordan, top of the 18. Jones heads it up. And you can see how tough that ball is to play. Meredith has it scoot right off his chest out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner kick. Check that. It's going to be a goal kick for Seattle.
They're going to call offside on Jack Jones there. You can see Jack Jones stooping very low to go with that header. Butterfingers in the end there from Meredith, but he was bailed out by the referee's assistant flag there, calling Jack Jones on the offside.
And rain clearly factoring in this one here. 30th minute of play. Jordan Burt. Bercoloni hesitates. The ball taken away there by Seattle. The quick turn. Mathers not able to get there. Here's Cashier, sets up Suggs, left side corner of the 18. Suggs drop back, Cashier blast, ricochets over the crossbar.
Good play there from the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, certainly not leaning on their one-goal lead. Great link-up play on the far side. Masta Cashier once again supported by Josh Suggs. That shot, as you said, blocked away for another Budweiser corner kick.
And a steady drizzle here now at Weidner Field, and another look.
It's a good block there right in front of the goalkeeper, Meredith. The Switchbacks pouring forward, very confident in attack after that first goal.
Cashier going to drop it to Suggs, back to Masta. And taken away by Seattle. On the long run up ahead, Adekoya, but he's marked well by Taeson Kim.
Good speed coming back there by Josh Suggs, able to get that ball out to the left-hand side. Masta Cashier.
Suggs. And that's going to be a foul on the Sounders FC 2. Free kick here for Colorado Springs. And quickly, Switchbacks will play it over to Sion McFarland. Burt to his right. Good setup by Sion. That's tremendous defense by Narbonne, forcing him to drop it back to Phillips at his own end.
Switchbacks confident in possession there, under no rush, and see how dangerous they've been going forward. They've been able to limit, for the most part, S2's chances here. Moise Poiti just going to pump this ball forward. Look for that run of Luke Vercoloni.
Vercoloni off the hop, and Meredith securing. There's no such thing, though, as a sure play for any keeper here tonight. It is wet, and you can see that ball skip off the pitch here in a Seattle end. Headed up, and a shot taken by McFarland. He's still down on the ground.
That was a nasty one there. Referee right on top of it. He's just going to have a word there. But it was a nasty shot there coming across from Adekoya on McFarland. Got the hand up into the face. Referee, you can see his positioning. Malik Badawi right on top of it.
So Josh Phillips at a free kick. Here's Cashier, waits, and cut off there by Seattle. Suggs racing back. In case you just joined us, Switchbacks on the board first. Masta Cashier gets another assist. Shane Malcolm gets the goal just past the 20th minute mark, and Switchbacks with the lead here in the 33rd minute. 1-0 the score, and A Budweiser corner kick is Masta Cashier over to take it again.
It's more good work on the far side by Cashier, looking for that ball into Jack Jones, maybe Luke Fercoloni as well. Both were making good runs in. Seattle blocked that one out. Another corner kick here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. A Budweiser corner kick here as the rain starts to come down, making conditions very difficult for Meredith and S2's goal.
Been in, and it's going to get in for another goal. The Switchbacks up 2-0.
Jack Jones there, I believe it was. Meredith came out. The goalkeeper got himself in absolutely no man's land. Was nowhere near getting that ball, and it finds its way into the back of the net. 2-0 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Jack Jones, the most interesting man in the world, with the goal.
Jack Jones with his first goal of the season. And the Switchbacks lead it by 2 here in the 34th minute of play.
It was Meredith who made the decision to come out early to try to claim that one. He was nowhere near it. He was floundering there in his box. He's still remonstrating with the referee, asking for a foul, but there, I believe he ran into the back of one of his own defenders, and Jack Jones was there on hand just to nod that ball home. 2-0 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC in the rain at Weidner Field.
That's another 365 Grand Club goal. Jack Jones scoring for the first time this season. And the Switchbacks would love to tack on another here as we tick towards the end of the opening half. What a start for Colorado Springs. They get a goal, an opening goal for Shane Malcolm. And here we go, some 11 minutes later.
Look at this. Meredith comes out here, runs into his own player. Jack Jones is on hand there. Good strength there from Jack Jones. Not sure what the goalkeeper was doing, but Jack Jones didn't care. Puts that ball home. 2-0 Switchbacks FC.
The relentless play of number 77. Jack Jones gets the start tonight, makes the most of it. And it's a commanding 2-goal lead right now for Colorado Springs. We'll see what the Switchbacks do as they try to close it out as we tick towards the end of the opening half. They had that 1-goal lead in Oklahoma City last weekend. That was short-lived, but tonight, building on that opening goal by Shane Malcolm, Jack Jones nets his first of the season. Here we are, 2-0, 35th minute of play. Jordan Burt battling Para. There's McFarland. Para now back to the box. McFarland defending. Drop back to Adekoya. Here's Kuntz. Adekoya to his right, and the defense has been rock solid so far for Colorado Springs. Adekoya, Jones giving chase, and look at the pressure put on by number 77, forcing the miscue for a moment. Olsen able to recover. They'll work the far side. Ball sent in, top of the 18, and it gets by Para. And that's going to be Colorado Springs ball.
Going for glory there. Para off the left foot. Just took a little bit of Jordan Burt there as he missed that ball. No harm in that one. Referee right on top of it there. Switchbacks FC with the throw in. It's a good ball in. Para just waiting on that left foot. He whiffs on that one, but he collides pretty heavily there with Jordan Burt. Good to see Jordan Burt able to pick himself up, come across, take this throw in for the Switchbacks FC.
End over end throw. And they're going to get, I believe, Luke Vercoloni on the foul. So Seattle in a wet, soggy scenario tonight. Obviously, they're accustomed to playing in wet weather, but not accustomed to playing at altitude and being down 2 goals in the opening half.
To a very, very lively Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC Switchbacks FC team beating Seattle Sounders FC2. The Switchbacks really pushing from the front. Great effort by Luke Fercoloni. Jack Jones, we've called his name a lot today. Is that ball looking for number 77 there? Once again, with the Switchbacks really defending from the front, putting S2 under a ton of pressure.
Kim closes in. There's Argueta. Vercoloni from behind. Seattle able to work it up. Adekoya, far side. Suggs defends. And backside, it's going to get behind Irvin Para. And a run out there by Jordan Burt. Well defended by number 44. Adekoya trying to hit Para. No. Here we go. Malcolm keeps his feet. Shane Malcolm up ahead to Jones. Jones flipping his hips. It's going to stay Colorado Springs ball here 38th minute of play.
Once again, the strikers of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC working well together to ease some of that pressure off the defense of the Switchbacks. Jordan Burt just going to take his time, come forward, take this ball. Here, look for Jack Jones once again, try to hold this ball up with his back to goal.
Sion McFarland, so valuable for the Switchbacks this season. Phillips, Suggs, Burt, and McFarland, formidable back four for Colorado Springs here in 2017. And there's one of those guys, Josh Phillips, setting up Quaddy. Argetta now pushing it up.
It's good speed there from Josh Phillips to come across the cover, and well timed there from Moise Poati to be on his toes there to come out and clear that one out on that pass back from Josh Phillips. Referee right on top of it there. Going to call a foul. Might see a yellow card here. That was a pretty cynical foul there as Josh Suggs had broken free.
Cashier and Suggs wanted a little more, but doesn't look like they're going to get it. Free kick here for the Switchbacks, 39th minute of play. Cashier on ball.
Referee just giving himself time to think about this one. It was a very cynical challenge. Josh Suggs had gotten himself goal side, was on his way there. I think this is just a final warning here from the referee.
Hard-fought match here as Zach Mathers, leading goal scorer for Sounders FC2. A word with our referee tonight, Malik Badawi. Line drive, spins to the box, headed out. Farland again. Quaddy back to Sion McFarland. There to the Seattle end. Here's Jones closing in. By Argetta. Adekoya. And a cover by Taeson Kim. You can see that ball just skip off the pitch.
There are some very heavy areas on the field here, Weidner Field. Both teams obviously dealing with the same conditions. Seattle trying to build from the back there, but you can see just the chaos that rain is causing. Shane Malcolm bursting forward to get on the end of that mistake.
Up ahead to Vercalodi. Onside. Now Luke. Cross. Here we go. Cashier hauls it in. Out of bounds, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Switchbacks. From this vantage point, it looked like it was last touched by the Sounders FC2. Recovering for Seattle, number 32, Zach Mathers.
Great play from Luke Vercaloni. Looks up, plays this ball back post, goes over Jack Jones' head. Masta Kasher, nice touch there off of the right foot. Just try to play this ball over, and it was the challenge there by Mathers. Well called, Josh. Another Budweiser corner kick for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. The Masta Kasher once again will take, looking for the head of the players like Jack Jones, Josh Phillips, Sion McFarland, all made their way forward for this one.
Cashier bends it in. Favorable hop for Colorado Springs. Suggs plays it back. Low ball turning. And a fine play by Meredith. Not an easy play in rainy conditions.
It's a good shot there by Sion McFarland, putting the S2 goalkeeper Meredith under all kinds of pressure there, as you said, with this rain coming down. But a great piece of athleticism there by McFarland to work that shot on net.
Adekoya drops back, and here we go over the near side. Christian Kuntz. Malcolm with him stride for stride, and Kuntz is going to play it on the near side.
Look at this for a turn from Sion McFarland. Josh Suggs just keeps that ball alive once off the chest, and then bang, through a sea of bodies there. Meredith got two hands well set behind it. Good catch there by the S2 number 1 goalkeeper.
Kuntz having to go back up top to Para. Long ball, other side of the field. Cashier with the right foot. Suggs now off the body. Josh plays it up. What defense by Colorado Springs. Seattle having to start back from midfield, and really nothing doing there. They funnel it into the corner. Phillips, and that's going to be switchback ball.
Good play there from Josh Phillips, bailing out his goalkeeper. Just a little bit of miscommunication there between the Switchbacks number 2 and his goalkeeper there, but Phillips able to come across, win that ball for a Switchbacks throw in.
Well, and Seattle has had chances, but they have been limited and not a lot inside the box here in the opening half.
And a lot of that's because of the great play of Taeson Kim, Ronnie Argetta in the middle of the field. They've been helping out their defenders, Josh Phillips, and the central defenders, Josh Phillips and Sion McFarland, quite a lot. We got an opportunity here for the Switchbacks to try to stretch their legs through Shane Malcolm. Jordan Burt making a great overlapping run on the right-hand side.
Jordan receives it from Malcolm. To his left, Jones awaits. cut off. Malcolm up from behind, and Parra is able to take it away.
It's been the most impressive player for S2 so far, Irvin Parra, but just unable to get that pass to a teammate, but well won. Switchbacks here, good play down the left-hand side. Now Josh Suggs on the ball.
Top of the 18, played down with the right foot by Seattle, and here they go on a counter. Atakuya. He'll wheel back. Argueta. Well played defensively at the midfield by Ronnie Argueta. Jones from behind forces a tough ball, and there is Moise Poiti. He's got the clean sheet going right now. Poiti, his team up 2 goals, 44th minute of play. Up is Phillips. Cashier Josh now, and on the back end, Nana Sinkum. They have been sharp defensively tonight, as Colorado Springs.
Excuse me, Josh, so many players, just to your point, working hard defensively, as we see Shane Malcolm, also Masta Kasher on the left-hand side working back, and Luke Furcoloni. He started this game in a position to assist Jack Jones up front, but there's Luke Furcoloni right on cue, winning that challenge there for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. He's done a tremendous job working back defensively and helping out his teammates.
Narbonne from Rogers with the left foot, trying to squeeze it up to Kuntz. Jones now. Going to be facing a whole lot of extra time here at the end of this one, perhaps just a minute. Jordan Burt to his left. Nicely played by Jordan. Picks it forward. Cashier, a little bit of room. Masta now. Here's Suggs. Masta turning. And a win by David Olson for a moment, as forces it back out of the Switchbacks end. Outside of the 2 goals, Seattle, they have been pretty stout defensively here tonight.
Meredith not been under a ton of pressure, but the Switchbacks FC, when they've had their opportunities, they've certainly made them count.
In particular in the open field. That first goal, Cashier to Shane Malcolm to get the scoring started. Here's Josh Suggs. Drop back. Bercoloni in the box. No call. Cashier, the shot. And Meredith is right there for the save. I thought perhaps we may get a call in the box, but Cashier able to get the shot off.
Real heavy challenge there on Luke Furcoloni. He's still trying to run that one off. That was a big collision there at the top of the box here, as we can see on the replay. Luke Furcoloni takes that touch, a little bit heavy with the touch there. That's Mathers coming across, just wipes out Luke Furcoloni. Referee plays advantage, lets that ball go to Masta Kasher. His shot is well saved in the end, but Luke Furcoloni still trying to run off that challenge. That was a real heavy one there.
So a minute of extra time here at the end of the opening 45 minutes of play. What a half this has been for Colorado Springs. Steve Tritch, you talked about it in the pregame. This is not an absolute must-win, but a very important 3 points the Switchbacks looking to pick up here tonight, and they are halfway home. A 2-goal opening half as Malcolm picks up his 3rd of the season. Jack Jones picks up his 1st, and that's where we set here at the end of the opening half of play. Switchbacks 2-0 over Seattle. The Sounders FC 2 heading to the locker room trailing, and look at a regroup here for half number 2. Step aside, back with a halftime show right after this from Weidner Field in Colorado Springs.
I'm Chris Canarum, and this is my wife,
Alexa Canarum.
We train here in Olympic City, USA.
And we love it here.
My name's Veronica Day, and I'm a national team member of Team USA Skeleton, and I love training in Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Go USA!
A wet, soggy night here at Weidner Field, but all kinds of smiles on the fans and the Switchbacks' faces here after 45 minutes of play. Is Colorado Springs in the locker room right now with a 2-goal lead over the Sounders FC2 of Seattle. Back inside, Josh Howe, Roland Vargas. Roland, the Switchbacks, they haven't had a problem with fast starts this season. They had one last week at Oklahoma City. The difference tonight, they built on that opening goal by Shane Malcolm, and right now in command after one half of play.
As you said, invaluable for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to be able to get that second goal however it came, and they were able to do that, double their lead, go into the halftime really in a commanding position here in Colorado Springs. Not really have been under a lot of pressure defensively. Have the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, so huge for the Switchbacks FC and Steve Tritchu.
Let's start with that first goal in the 21st minute of play. Masta Cashier, so special just to set up that goal for Shane Malcolm, and we'll see it a little bit later here in the halftime show, but really showed a lot of patience, and that personified the Switchbacks game plan of this opening half. They let the game come to them, waited for their opportunities, and made the most when they had them.
They did, and they used that with Shane Malcolm down the right-hand side, Masta Cashier down the left-hand side. Both of them so explosive here tonight, supported by Luke Vercoloni and Jack Jones down the middle. It really has been a team offensive performance here at Weidner Field so far tonight.
Kevon Frater didn't get the start tonight. Accumulation of yellow cards last week in Oklahoma City, so having to sit the bench tonight. So enter Jack Jones, number 77, the Energizer Bunny. He can affect the game in so many ways. He does it tonight in the 32nd minute.
He's big, he's physical, he's different. He poses a challenge to defenders. You know, Jack Jones, we talked about his awkwardness. He's not the type of player that you see a lot of in this league. He's a very different type of player, but he's certainly been on point here tonight with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, really linking up well with his teammates, supported well by Luke Vercoloni. And we talked about that with the Switchbacks bombing forward down the wide positions, supported once again by Josh Suggs from his left fullback position and Jordan Burt on the right-hand side. So a real, once again, team offensive performance by the Switchbacks FC, led by Jack Jones up top.
Switchbacks coming in 7th place, 1 point ahead of 8th place Seattle. Obviously a lot of soccer left to be played, 11 games after tonight in the regular season, but there was urgency. Steve Tritchu talked about it, and you have to believe the message here in the locker room is, hey guys, we've got them right where we want them. Let's finish them off here in the second half. I would be shocked if we see a let-up out of the home team here tonight.
100%. In the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, they have a lot of depth, a lot of explosiveness on that bench that Seattle doesn't have because of their MLS commitments in Los Angeles tonight. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Switchbacks, as you said, really try to put their foot on the throat, really try to go for the jugular and try to kill Seattle off here by getting that third goal early in the second half.
Again, just 4 reserves in the lineup tonight for Seattle and not one goalkeeper. We'll see how it plays out. Obviously, a lot of soccer left to be played here with 1 half down, 1 to go. Real quickly, Roland, field conditions, how do you see that playing out here in half number 2?
Well, Tavi, goes without saying it's the same for both teams. It's been holding up well so far. There's been a couple of patches of heavy water, but it's been doing well. So if anything, it'll just speed up a game a little bit.
Switchbacks in the locker room right now with a 2-goal lead. We'll show you how they picked up those 2 goals right after this.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Attendance numbers have been impressive, fan bases have been strengthened, and the newest club to join the USL has been announced. In a press conference, USL President Jake Edwards announced Fresno Football Club is set to join the league for the 2018 season.
It's great to finally be here, representing the league and our Chief Executive Officer, Alec Papadakis, as we welcome another fantastic professional soccer club into our league and a fantastic new community into our USL family. My great pleasure on behalf of Alec Papadakis and the USL family to officially welcome Fresno into the USL for the 2018 season.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'd like to start off by saying that the World Cup is coming next year, and so is Fresno Football Club. Good timing. When people come to a game, I'm hoping to pack this stadium out, that they're going to look forward to it, they're going to get behind the team. It's going to be a great thing for the city of Fresno.
Really need your support to make this work. I think that the turnout today has shown that the passion's there. I'm excited about it. Go FFC. Let's go.
Fans can find more information and reserve season tickets at FresnoFC.com. For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels, coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
The 2017 Rocky Mountain State Games. Registration is now open. Competition starts July 21st. More than 40 sports, all ages, all skill levels. The 16th annual Rocky Mountain State Games, Colorado's largest sports festival. Register now at RockyMountainStateGames.org. Do you have what it takes to compete?
When you're in the market for a new home, consider the advantages of working with a reputable builder. Make sure quality and craftsmanship are part of the offer. Energy and efficiency are both must-haves. And find an area of town that's right for you. It's your home, so do your home work.
Home buying tips presented by Oakwood Homes. Call or visit oakwoodhomesco.com or to speak with a new home counselor.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
Bring your popcorn and grab a drink for Big Movie Mouth Off, hosted by Jimmy Martin. See video on demand, reviews, and the latest films and trailers. It's all right here on CET.
A wet night at Weidner Field, but a good night, at least after 45 minutes for the Switchbacks FC. They lead the Sounders FC 2 of Seattle by a score of 2-0. Back of the booth, Josh Howe, Roland Vargas. Roland, Seattle limited opportunities in the first half, and credit the Switchbacks FC defense. Not a lot offensively in terms of chances for Seattle.
No, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks defensively have been fantastic, led from the front, as we talked about, by Jack Jones. That central midfield pairing of Ronnie Argueta, Taysong Kim, they've been fantastic tonight as well.
Let's go to the highlights for the Sounders FC 2. Not a lot of bright spots, at least offensively, for Seattle, as we roll into a wet, soggy field. Rain started to come down just after kickoff tonight. A free kick here, and Moise Poiti up to the task. And then offensively, not a lot doing. Just 3 shots, 2 of those on goal. There's 1.
And that's been the best player, in my opinion, for S2 today. Urban Para. See him getting involved once again there. He's done well, Para, but just hasn't been able to have that link-up play. Seattle's just been missing a little bit in the midfield. Hasn't really been able to put the Switchbacks under a lot of pressure here in the first half.
Meanwhile, for Colorado Springs, Switchbacks FC letting the game come to them, and it did in the 21st minute of play. As we go to the highlights, showing a lot of burst early on. They had 10 shots and 3 on goal. Here's a corner from Masta Kasher.
Jordan Burr with a good leap, and boy, would we call Masta Kasher's name later in the first half with just this tremendous bit of play here, taking this ball down off of his chest, off of his shoulder, letting the defender get goal side, beating him all ends up, putting that on a platter, and look who finishes it, Shane Malcolm. He had a fantastic first half as well. Really deserved that goal. Great finish there by Shane Malcolm.
4th assist of the season for Masta Kasher. Malcolm gets his 3rd goal, that in the 21st minute of play. A thing of beauty. And then Josh Suggs setting up Kasher. That one ricochets over the crossbar, but they get chance after chance. And how about that one leading to a 2-0 lead?
Jack Jones, we credited him with the goal. It is going to be an own goal in the end. That's been called there during the first half, an own goal by Francisco Norbone. But like we talked about, Jack Jones, he certainly affected that play, and it was the pressure that Jack Jones was putting on that gave up that goal, made Seattle have to put that one in the back of their own net. But a 2-0 lead, and a very deserved 2-0 lead for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
By the numbers after the first 45 minutes of play, here's the tail of the tape, and Colorado Springs dominating their shots, 10-3 advantage. Corner kicks, a 6-0 advantage, and those 2 categories right there, really a big difference in terms of why the Switchbacks with a 2-0 lead.
And you can see the bottom line there, a very clean game. Referee perhaps Badawi had one opportunity to brandish a yellow card there in the first half, didn't do it. Very clean game, but just look at the statistics there. They don't always tell the whole story in soccer, but they certainly do here tonight. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC really have been dominant offensively all over this S2 team.
Well, we have seen this 7 times earlier this season. The Switchbacks have had a lead only to end up with a loss or a draw. How do they keep that from happening here in the second half?
Keep their feet on the gas. You can see the intensity of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They're already out on the field here warming up. Seattle too just making their way onto the field. Keep that intensity up. Really keep attacking Seattle. Seattle's not going to be able to score any goals, and they're not going to be able to put the Switchbacks under any pressure if the Switchbacks continue to play like they did in the first half, really running the show and really putting the S2 under a lot of pressure.
The altitude certainly, you would figure, will factor in here in the second half, not to mention a 2-goal deficit as the fans back in from the half, and it is still wet. But the good news is no lightning here tonight, so we have played on a soggy night. And I tell you what, the fan support just continues to grow in Colorado Springs season number 3 for professional soccer here. As you can see, to start the second half, we mentioned just 4 reserves for the Sounders FC 2, and it looks like they're going to use one of those. David Olson out, and Henry Wingo checks in to start half number 2.
Perhaps Olsen carrying an injury, very dangerous player, so I'm a little bit surprised they brought him off. And they've got another sub there as well. Adekoya coming off, we called his name a little bit. Guy Adoa coming on to start the second half. So 2 changes by head coach Ezra Hendrickson for S2 to start the second half. So he's really going to be bold, really going to try to get after this one, get that next goal, the all-important next goal here at Weidner Field.
So Wingo, number 23, is in at the midfield for David Olson. And also checking in, Guy Adoa. He's in, and we are underway here to start half number 2. Switchbacks with a 2-goal lead. wet, soggy night here in the shadow of Pikes Peak.
Adekoya coming out there for that second sub, so really rolling the dice there. Ezra Hendrickson, Seattle S2 started well here. Substitute quickly on the ball down the right-hand side, pursued well by Josh Suggs.
So Guy Adoa checking in. He'll play up top for the Sounders FC2, trying to find a spark. They're down to 2 reserves. And at midfield, the Sounders FC2 will play it.
Wingo in for Olsen.
And you can see how that ball just jumps off the pitch here at Weidner Field.
It's awkward, excuse me, Josh, because it slows up play when the teams are passing the ball, but when that ball does get in the air and it hits that surface, it really almost accelerates that ball, really speeds it up, makes it difficult for both goalkeepers. You can see the goalkeepers trying to do their best to keep their gloves dry here to start the second half, but we did have a ton of rain to end that first half, and it's continued here into the second half.
Jordan Burt heads it back to Moise Poiti, and he'll push everybody downfield. Poiti with the 2-goal cushion here to start this half. Good ball down with left foot, end over end. Jack Jones hits the turf hard, and up to play it is Brian Meredith. Fans, don't forget, you can follow the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC, Channel 85, Monday night, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 6 o'clock on the West Coast for all the latest news, information from around the league. Also, don't forget, Sirius XM FC airs the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Josh Suggs not able to keep it in play, and quickly on the throw-in, he'll get it to Henry Wingo. There's Argueta. Spins it over to Shane Malcolm, backpedaling on the far side. Malcolm trying to get by Kuntz. Mercoloni back to Burt. A burst around a corner, ricocheted, and it gets through the box. Played there by Master Cashier. And now the rain really starting to pick up here at Weidner Field.
Switchbacks will win that throw, and it was great play on the far side by Jordan Burt to get that ball in. Well held in by Master Cashier, who's going to take this throw in. He's just going to drop it off to Josh Suggs.
Tell you what, camera crew always doing an outstanding job, but tip your caps tonight as Meredith secures just a great look despite the conditions, and tough to see on camera, but the rain really coming down hard now as we start this second half of play.
100% correct. We have one of the best crews in the business here with CET Sports. That's for sure. We get tons of plaudits from around the USL here for the work that our guys do. Fantastic job here tonight with these kind of conditions. We've had some very difficult conditions here, and it seems like every time Seattle comes in to play the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, something crazy happens at Weidner Field. Earlier in the season it was snow. Luke Vercoloni taking that ball down off the chest, and now it's just this driving rain here at Weidner Field.
Cashier splitting the uprights, and Meredith will play it here for the Sounders FC2. So Colorado Springs trying to snap that 4-game winless streak. 3 would be big here tonight. That would vault them to 27 points. Right now, Reno 1868 FC sitting at 27 points. That would put them at a tie with one of the newest members of the Western Conference, the newest member of the Western Conference, I should say. And top of the 18, Burt getting back defensively. And a corner kick here for Seattle, first of the second half.
Speaking of new members on the Western Conference, we saw during the halftime show the USL president Jake Edwards talking about the expansion team out in Fresno, California. Jake Edwards will be joining us here next week at Weidner Field during the Timbers 2 match, so fans be sure to tune in for that, as well as watching the Switchbacks FC as we see the Budweiser corner kick here taken by Mathers on the far side.
Gets through on the rundown. Seattle able to keep it in play. Top of the box, Malcolm heads at Cashier, giving chase. Francisco Narbone back in for Seattle, and Shane Malcolm and a late whistle.
Just on the top of the box there, Shane Malcolm, he's holding his head in his hands. He doesn't agree with that one, but the referee had a good positioning there, bringing himself across. Seattle started well. It was Mathers who went down. Got a quick step there. You can see Luke Vercoloni talking to the referee. We'll see here on the replay. Good job by the guys on the truck to get that replay. Just a shoulder-to-shoulder collision there. Referee coming across there. You could see unlucky there on Shane Malcolm.
So a free kick for the Sounders FC2.
I believe Parra's going to take this one with the right foot.
The blast and a goal. Irvin Parra, check that. It's number 32 getting the goal. Zach Mathers, his 7th goal this season, and they have cut the lead in half.
Well, it's game on here at Weidner Field. You can see Moise Poati remonstrating with his defenders. That ball came through an awful lot of legs there. Poati was unsighted, unable to get a dive and obviously make a save on that one, but a good strike in there. And 2-1 here at Weidner Field. Game on.
So Zach Mathers in the 51st minute of play cuts this lead in half, and hold on, here come the Sounders FC2. Leading goal scorer adds to that total. That's his 7th now in 2017, and suddenly this game has changed in a hurry.
Could really, Tae-Song Kim there picking up the yellow card. Hanson Hot Springs yellow card, our first of the game. But you could see just the words there being remonstrated between particularly Moise Poati and Sion McFarlane after that ball came in there. Ball went through an awful lot of legs there, unsighted the goalkeeper. Not sure exactly about the timing there, but you could see played that ball in. Ball comes through an awful lot of people. No defenders make a challenge on that ball into the far post. Tucks inside, 2-1.
Tae-Song Kim picks up the yellow card here. And the Switchbacks enjoying a 2-goal cushion that has been trimmed to 1 here in the early part of their second half. Fans, so many ways to stay connected with the USL. Online at uslsoccer.com or on Twitter. The Twitter handle at USL Soccer. Moise Poati, clean sheet erased, but his team still with the lead. Master Cashier, Jack Jones battling. There's Tae-Song Kim, 50-50 ball. Jones flicks it up ahead. Vercoloni closes, and Seattle able to clear it out for the moment. Cashier spinning. Masta, and straight up in the air, played by Seattle.
Oof.
And Phillips, big collision there with Josh and Irvin Parra.
Good refereeing there. The referee just waited to see what would build up with that one. That was a nasty one there that Josh Phillips took after playing that ball. It was a good win there by Josh Phillips. The referee right on top of it to call that one. I'm a little bit surprised perhaps not to see a yellow card, but well done by the referee to spot that foul after Josh Phillips played that pass. You can see just the slickness of this surface. It's a good win here by Phillips. He plays that ball, and that's a nasty challenge coming in there, but the referee, good sightlines, calls that one free kick for the Switchbacks FC. They'll try to recycle this ball as quickly as they can. Use that width there. Jordan Burt on the right-hand side.
Jordan on the throw-in. Malcolm in front of him. He'll one-hop it to Vercoloni. Back to Malcolm. Taken away there by Seattle. And Vercoloni, look out into the box. Set up. He was trying to hit Masta Cashier. A little heavy on the touch, but Masta able to wheel out.
Great break into the box there by Luke Vercoloni, but the Switchback still recycling this ball through Tae-Song Kim. Have a lot of width on the right-hand side through Jordan Burt here. Might go for the shot.
Low ball rocketed, and Meredith, strong hands. That's a fine play-in goal.
It's a very strong catch there, especially considering these conditions. Jordan Burt really got a hold of that one, but a great little sequence of events there by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Started by Luke Vercoloni, really getting in there, playing that ball across to Masta Cashier, and then Jordan Burt with the follow-up shot. So the Switchbacks here trying to get back in this game. Great play from Luke Vercoloni, the veteran, bursting through here. Look at that change of pace. He's trying to put that one. Masta Cashier begging for it there on the edge of the 6-yard box. Unlucky there not to find the young Canadian was Luke Vercoloni. Great play by Luke Vercoloni.
The crafty veteran getting it done here in the second half of play for the Switchbacks. Nike Soccer, proud partner of the USL. Visit NikeSoccer.com. Played up by Briscoe, and now here's Ronnie Argueta.
Good challenge by Josh Phillips once again, able to win that ball back for his captain, Ronnie Argueta.
Soft touch, Jack Jones onside, one man to beat, and bold play by Brian Meredith to clear it.
It was well done by Meredith. A referee's assistant is going to call offside there on Jack Jones, but that's good positioning from Jack Jones, just hanging on the shoulder of that last defender there, forcing the Seattle Sounders FC2 defense to keep control of Jack Jones there right on the end of the line. But good play from Meredith there to come off quickly and win that ball despite the offside call. Rain really starting to come down now in Colorado Springs.
Well, you said it back in April when these two teams met back on the 29th. Snow was a factor tonight. a soggy downpour. And right now, advantage Colorado Springs, still a long way to go. Don't forget, folks, you can vote for our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match on Twitter. Go to Switchbacks FC. Vote for your BBB Man of the Match. A lot of great candidates here as we are early on to the second half of play, but let us know. And at the conclusion of this one, Roland Vargas will talk with our BBB Man of the Match. And at midfield, as play moves on, Ronnie Argueta slow to get up. Suggs in a box, clears it out with the left foot. And there is Argueta.
Very slow to get up. Ronnie Argueta played that ball, took a nasty one there, just got the cleat raked right on top of his knee there by the opposing player. I'm not exactly sure who it was coming in from S2, but they certainly got a piece of Ronnie Argueta. As you see here on the replay, Josh Suggs wins that ball. Ronnie Argueta plays that one out. That cleat comes right across the top of the knee there, took Ronnie Argueta down. Argueta has been able to pick himself back up into his favorite defensive midfield position, though, so hopefully he's going to be able to run that one off. But that looked like a pretty nasty challenge there on Ronnie Argueta.
Sam Rogers playing it up. There's Para. On the far side, working on Jordan Burt. Burt able to clear it out with the right foot. Here's Shane Malcolm now. Big blast across midfield. Jack Jones is there, giving chase. Tae-Song Kim up ahead. He had Master Cashier, but right to Kai Briscoe.
It's a good run forward from Master Cashier. Good idea from Tae-Song Kim, just not able to play that ball through. Looks like Ronnie Argueta has been able to shrug off that challenge. That's great to see. Ronnie Argueta certainly leads by example with that captain's armband. Could not be a more important player for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC than their captain.
What a win by Jordan Burt. Switching ends, and now Bercoloni shielded, trying to fight through. Jones is there as well. And pressuring up top. Cashier giving chase as Briscoe drops it back again. Here to the Switchbacks end as Suggs sees it go through. And switchback ball here, 58th minute of play.
You can see the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC coaching staff off of the bench. Assistant coach Woldy Harris, head coach Steve Tritchu urging their defense to stay compact, to keep working for each other here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. And in fairness, since giving up that goal, the Switchbacks have done well defensively and limited the chances on Moise Poiti's goal, but a bit of a mistake there from Moise Poiti. Luckily, that ball goes out for a throw-in for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. As we see there, head coach Steve Tritchu flanked by assistant coach Woldy Harris, giving the shake of the head there. They just want that defense to tighten up a little bit, get these passes a little bit crisper there from the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC coaching perspective.
You can see how quick a breakdown can occur as Rankum lost his footing, but a golden opportunity there for Seattle. Played up by McFarland. There's Jones pushing Meredith.
It's good pressure from Jack Jones, but you can see that immense amount of space between Jack Jones and any midfield compatriots of his there. It's really difficult for the Switchbacks to get out of their own half now with Jack Jones becoming more isolated, but that's a good challenge from Shane Malcolm, and now the Switchbacks finally do have some numbers over.
Here's Bercoloni on the run. Switchback ball to far side quickly. Luke will one-hop it into Shane Malcolm. Malcolm getting by the defender. Poked away down by Seattle. On the counter.
Game becoming more stretched here. Seattle S2 has some numbers over.
Good feed to Para, and a great collision. Josh Phillips, stride for stride, cuts off an opportunity for Irvin Para.
Tremendous challenge there from Josh Phillips, bailing out, coming across to bail out Sion McFarland there, working well as a tandem. Josh Phillips comes out, but not even in your picture. Look at that for a challenge. He knows he has to win that ball right on the edge of the box. He takes it right off of Mathers' foot there. Great challenge there from Josh Phillips. Tremendous work.
Switchback ball, 60th minute of play. Don't forget, Switchbacks just getting started at home next Saturday night. The Portland Timbers 2 in town for backpack giveaway night. Get here early. It's the Switchbacks FC and Timbers 2 next Saturday on CET.
We're about to see a change for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC at the next break of play. Aaron King will be coming in, perhaps to spell. Jack Jones is going to put S2 under some more pressure here.
Well, more than just soccer on the mind of Aaron King here tonight.
100% Aaron King and his wife are expecting their second child anytime now in the next couple of days, so huge congratulations goes out to Aaron King. Obviously more on his mind than the game of soccer, but Aaron King's going to get the nod here to come in, the veteran. We know about his pace, we know about his presence. He's done fantastically well. Seen him pop on a slightly different position this season playing on that right wing, but Aaron King very dangerous here, and he is going to come on here in the second half to replace Shane Malcolm on that right-hand side. So Jack Jones keeps his place up front. Aaron King comes in on the right-hand side of the Switchbacks attack.
You can see an applause there. Malcolm to the bench. On comes the veteran Aaron King. Over 1,100 minutes this season. 3 goals, 2 assists. He has been outstanding.
Tremendous player, tremendous person off the field as well. Aaron King, a real leader of this Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC team.
So King comes in for Malcolm up top in the 61st minute of play.
And it will be Aaron King on the right-hand side. Luke Furcoloni still supporting Jack Jones. Masta Kasher obviously on the left, but Aaron King has come in for a straight like-for-like swap with Shane Malcolm on the right-hand side of the Switchbacks attack.
Flipped up over the head of Furcoloni. Here's Tae-Sung Kim. He's got a lane, drops it off outside part of the foot. Argetta, low blast, and Meredith able to somehow secure.
Good save there by Meredith. There's a nice strike from Ronnie Argetta. We know just how dangerous Argetta is from that kind of distance. He got well a hold of that one. That was nuzzling under the crossbar, but a good save from Meredith there. Able to get his body behind that one and collected the second opportunity. So good goalkeeping. Nice play there from Tae-Sung Kim. He thought about having a shot, gave it up for his captain, took the long distance rip, but that's a good save there.
A wall created by number 35, Brian Meredith. Team down a goal. There's the captain, Ronnie Argetta.
So important to this Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC franchise, Ronnie Argetta. Really leads by example. Doesn't do a ton of talking in the middle of the field, but everybody keys off him. You can see the eyes when the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC have the ball. Always looking into their captain, always looking into the heart of that midfield, Ronnie Argetta, who always makes himself available for that short pass, just to try to keep the ball recycled, try to keep things moving forward for the Switchbacks FC, just like he does there.
Patience shown here by Rankin. And just a miscue there is Rankin trying to drop it off to Henry Wingo, and on a miscue, switchback ball, quickly throwing. Tae-Sung Kim flicks it across midfield. Suggs. And tough to control the ball here tonight. Don't forget, follow the Switchbacks on Twitter. The Twitter handle at SwitchbacksFC. And a run for Rankin. Now the Sounders FC too, they got back in it with that goal in the 51st minute by Zach Mathers, but since been off just a bit.
Switchbacks have been more focused defensively. They've had more men working back since giving up that first goal to S2. It's been a good job by the Switchbacks FC to really take S2 out of the game, perhaps using that altitude in these conditions a little bit to their advantage as well.
Quaddy. Go to the Seattle end. And here's Irvin Parra. Numbers for the Switchbacks, and Burt drops it back to Quaddy. Jones is there.
Assistant referee going to call offside there on Jack Jones. It was good play from Jordan Burt to cover that run. Moise Poiti clearing that ball long there, looking for Jack Jones. Just a little bit offside there as the Switchbacks assistant coach Woldy Harris puts a couple more substitutes through their paces. We might see some more changes here at Weidner Field any minute now.
See that ball just skip off the pitch. Tough to anticipate. On the drop back, Seattle playing it forward.
As we talked about, obviously S2 very familiar with these kind of conditions, but they play at the Starfire Sports Complex up on turf there in Tukwila, Washington, so they have a bit of a different surface despite the rain that comes down there in the Great Pacific Northwest, but conditions really here difficult on both teams.
And a great tackle by Jordan Burt.
A little bit worried about Jordan Burt there. He's holding himself like he's cramping up, like he's hurt himself a little bit. That looked like a nasty one. Very much. It looked like his cleat got caught in the ground there as Jordan Burt there went in for that challenge, and he is calling for the substitute. That's a big loss there for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Just watch his cleat get caught here in the wet grass. You can see there that right leg, that knee is not supposed to bend that way. Ladies and gentlemen, that right leg got caught there, so thoughts going out to Jordan Burt. He's in trouble here a little bit here as we see the Penrose Ortho Censura nod to the dock.
Well, Jordan Burt coming into tonight played more minutes than any other Switchback player this season. Led the team in goals, tied with the team lead with 6, along with Kevon Frater, and of course, big last week against Oklahoma City. Came up short, but there was a reason why he was named to the USL Team of the Week honors, and not a good sight there, and clearly a frustrated number 44 on the ground right now for Colorado Springs.
Well, he's in a lot of pain there, Jordan Burt. Like I said, that right cleat just got caught in the grass there. His whole body weight went over there. His knee just got pulled back. So perhaps a thigh, perhaps a bit of a knee there, but a real nasty one there that Jordan Burt took there on the far side of the field. Not for the squeamish here. Just watch his right leg just get caught here in the grass. Turf goes up, snatches that. His whole body goes across over on that top knee. That's a nasty one. You can see the pain on Jordan Burt's face there. He's not a player who's going to stay down unless he's in a tremendous amount of pain. And he's still being worked on there on the far side of the field. Good to see Jordan Burt up there, but I don't think he's going to be able to continue in this game. He's got to be helped off the field here. Switchbacks FC do have some substitutes they can bring in, but that's a nasty injury for Jordan Burt, so we hope his recovery goes as soon as possible.
So Burt is going to exit in the 66th minute of play. And a tough blow for Colorado Springs. This guy does it on both ends. So key defensively, and obviously his goal scoring prowess tied for the team lead at 6. But the good news is for Steve Tritchew, if there's any good news in that scenario, you've got a lot of depth.
Ton of depth here. Davy Armstrong coming on. Now Davy Armstrong, he's been struggling with injuries this entire season, so it's great to see Davy back. He's been working very hard. One of the hardest working players on the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Attends every single practice despite starting this season on crutches at one point, Davy Armstrong. So fantastic to see Davy back. He'll come across here. A little bit of a rejig of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC defense. Luke Fercoloni's going to drop in as we see here, but Jordan Burt just being helped off there on the far side of the field. That's real sad to see there. Jordan Burt been one of the most fantastic players for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. As you said, reigning team of the week there. Chapel Hills Mall substitution, Jordan Burt having to come out for Davy Armstrong.
Out of the 66th minute of play, so 1-goal lead, and boy, it is a long season. Certainly a grind, and a picture why right there. Jordan Burt, we previewed him coming into tonight on top of his game, but a tough blow. Got that right knee, that right foot caught up on a rundown, tweaked the knee, and he is out for the game. And let's hope it's just a game.
Definitely big loss for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Davy Armstrong will go in to that right back position just to replace Jordan Burt. Sion McFarland, Josh Phillips keeping their position in the center back. Josh Suggs, of course, on the left-hand side. Good win there by Davy Armstrong. Switchbacks FC obviously have more depth, not on the bench tonight, but Connor Bevins can also play in that right back position. So if that is a long-term injury to Jordan Burt, which of course we hope it isn't, the Switchbacks FC are covered a little bit. They do have some defensive cover there in the center of the field. Great win by Josh Phillips.
Josh weaving in and out of traffic, plays on. There's Jones. And now Aaron King trying to press up top. He'll drop back. Seattle scoring at the 51st minute. Zach Mathers, their leading goal scorer, adds to that total with his 7th of the year. Cuts the lead in half. We've stayed that way here out of the 69th minute of play. Up ahead, Suggs. Positioned well defensively, and Moise Poiti plays it with the left half, and that was dangerous off the left foot.
Very dangerous there from Moise Poiti. He shouldn't be out there in no man's land, but he got away with it. It's good play initially by Josh Suggs. Just got their communication a little bit cross there. Poiti in a very dangerous spot, but luckily for him, was able to clear that ball out for the Switchbacks FC. Game really being a little bit fragmented and disjointed right now with these substitutions we've seen from both teams, and obviously that injury to Jordan Burt right in front of the Seattle S2 bench.
Switchback ball here, 69th minute of play, trying to hold on and win for the 7th time this season. This is a series that has been, I don't know if dominated is the right word, but it's certainly controlled by the Sounders FC2. They're 4-2-1 against Colorado Springs. And the most recent meeting back here on April the 29th went the way of the road team. 2-1 the final in that one. Irvin Parra got the scoring started. And Ryan Nanasinkum, a pair of goals in the second half, and that was the difference. Over the head of Taeson Kim.
Kim just looking to flick that ball on to Masta Kasher. It's been difficult for the Switchbacks forward three. Masta Kasher, substitute Aaron King, Jack Jones to get involved in the last couple minutes. They've been starved to service a little bit, but it's been a very disjointed game from both teams. Both teams trying to get on the ball, work some passes together, but a good strong win there by Taeson Kim. And
Kai Briscoe trying to recover, and Kimber to the turf, and it's going to be Kasher and the Switchbacks ball.
Briscoe it was, well called, Josh. Briscoe just working back there, but Taesung Kim, real nice touch there to run forward as we see an S2 player here gone down injured off the ball. Not exactly sure what happened. Referee just going to come across and give him some time.
Rankin over at midfield, and Suggs will play it in on the whistle. Jack Jones. Here's Kim. Cashier now. Masta on a quick turn. Try to hit Aaron King. Spins at a box and quickly Meredith to play it.
It's a nice run there by Aaron King, just peeling off the shoulder of the last defender there. Looking for that run was Masta Cashier. Good play there by the Switchbacks FC, just unable to link up with Aaron King. As we see there on the far side of the field, Sion McFarland going down there under a heavy challenge. Referee discretion is the better part of valor here for this one for the referee. Just going to swallow that whistle, but Sion McFarland looks like he's in some trouble. Might have taken one there, possibly off the shoulder here. We'll see on the replay.
It's Guy Adoa challenging on this play.
Yeah, he just lands awkwardly there on that left arm, perhaps there.
Don't forget about the Dead Man's Breakfast. It's coming up here in the month of September. Get your tickets, Dead Man's Brewfest.com. Breakfast Brewfest. I think it's probably a combination of both. Going to be a great day here at Weidner Field on September the 29th.
Seen a ton of events going on here at Weidner Field. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC getting out into the community coming out here to support the Switchbacks FC. So that's just another one, a long list of events here going on at Weidner Field when there aren't any games here in Colorado Springs.
Sent in. Jones is there over his head.
Jack Jones found himself in a ton of space there. It was a good ball in from Aaron King, who's going to win this ball back on the right-hand side once again, supported by the substitute Davy Armstrong filling in at right back.
Good play by Seattle to hold the ball. And now Sion McFarland pressured. Moise Poiti driving it back. King is onside, trying to split the defense with the right foot. King into the box now. King step through. King sends it forward. Jones turns and he can't get it off on it.
So unlucky for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Brilliantly worked there by Aaron King to find Jack Jones. It was Jack Jones's first touch, just a little bit heavy there. Took him into the goalkeeper Meredith and was unable to get that second shot, that second touch on goal. Good goalkeeping in the end there by Meredith, but well worked there by Aaron King to set up that chance for Jack Jones. Brilliant play from Aaron King. That's just a little bit heavy there from Jack Jones. Unlucky there. He's stretching for that second ball. Meredith quickly out there to smother that one.
Back live now. Switchbacks attacking again, and it's going to be a corner kick. Our first accelerated wealth corner kick of the night. Don't forget about the Colorado Classic, Colorado Springs, August 10th. Stage 1 right here in the shadow of Pikes Peak. So, accelerated wealth corner kick. Chance to go back up by 2 goals as Masta Cashier over to take it for the Switchbacks.
Once again, both center backs forward for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Excuse me, actually just Sion McFarland coming forward for this one. Josh Phillips is going to stay back, but a lot of height in that box now with the addition of the second half substitute, Aaron King.
Cashier holds up. Kim ricocheted out, and now a whistle.
Unlucky there on the Switchbacks. Referee just saw a little bit of pushing there in the box. Going to bring that one back.
That's Kai Briscoe, number 68 for the Sounders FC2. The team right now on the bubble. Top 8 go to the playoffs through 20 games. Sounders FC2 in 8th place, 23 points. Switchbacks in 7th with 24. But again, as Roland has mentioned a couple of times throughout this broadcast, Orange County FC lurking. 6 games in hand, just 1 point out coming into tonight. They're in 9th place.
Well, it certainly makes it interesting when we check USL.com for those updated standings. You can see them change when you look at OC. They got a couple games coming up Saturday, Wednesday, so they have a chance to put some points on the board and put both the Seattle Sounders FC2 and the Switchbacks under some pressure here in the Western Conference, as you said, looking for that 8th and final playoff position. You can see Woldy Harris there, the assistant coach, waving his players forward, wanting his defense to press as high as they can here. Led from the back by Josh Phillips, who's calling that one. That's going to be an easy win there for the Switchbacks FC, who will just throw this ball in through Josh Suggs.
So Suggs to play it here, 75th minute of play. In a 1-goal Colorado Springs lead. Now, so many candidates for fan of the game, but how could you look past this guy? Our Jack Quinn's fan of the game. Who needs a rain poncho on a night like tonight? An ice cold beverage. I don't know what kind of cap that is, but he's enjoying it tonight. Why not the Switchbacks with a 2-1 lead here at home? Cleared out by Josh Phillips.
Great hustle there from Tae-Sung Kim to keep that ball in. Referee just going to blow it out, actually. Happened right in front of us here in the booth. That's unlucky on Tae-Sung Kim. Good hustle there, but it's good to see those fans, as we talked about. Good turnout here. We've had rain last couple days here in Weidner Field, so a really great turnout here at Weidner Field for the Switchbacks FC once again.
Right to Moise Pawty.
Easy catch there by Pawty. Deflection just took a little bit of sting out of that shot. Pawty's just going to pump this ball along, perhaps looking for Jack Jones.
Here to the Seattle end. They're back, heading it up. Here's Luke Vercoloni. And Vercoloni spinning, holding, and now Suggs. Back to Josh. Josh into the 18, and well played defensively by Seattle.
It's a great burst forward there by Josh Suggs from his left back position, just trying to drag that ball into the box. Well defended in the end there by S2, but a good break forward by the Switchbacks left back.
Irvin Parra take it away there, and now a late whistle as Argueta is going to have to drop it off. Irvin restarts. Far side, this is Rogers. There's Davy Armstrong checked into the second half. 6 out there in the lineup for Steve Tritchew. Another substitution coming up here for Seattle, and they are running out of reserves.
One more throw of the dice here for the S2. Javoran Stevens coming in. Well called, as we see the Switchbacks going to bring on Eddie Prue as well at the next break of play.
And Irvin Parra out.
Irvin Parra, an impressive player, but he's run a good race today. So we see a Budweiser corner kick going to happen in live time for S2 here just after this substitution. Referee just going to allow the substitution before the Budweiser corner kick. Irvin Parra, and a very dangerous player for S2 tonight. He's just gone straight off behind the goal.
We have a substitution on the field for Seattle Sounders FC2. We have Javoran Stevens.
And headed out by Luke Vercoloni.
And we'll see another substitution, another Chapel Hills Mall substitution at the next break of play, and it will be Eddie Prue coming in for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, just to try to take a little bit of the sting out of this game and add something going forward for the Switchbacks FC. Luke Vercoloni, I believe, is going to make way. Tremendous ovation here from the crowd for Luke Vercoloni. Had a great job here. A rare start for Vercoloni. Played tremendously well here. Eddie Prue coming in.
A great run by the veteran Luke Vercoloni as Eddie Prue checks in here in the 79th minute of play.
Vercoloni was fantastic today. Started off really pushed far forward, supporting Jack Jones. Dropped a little bit deeper, really helped the Switchbacks out defensively. Put in a great shift at Luke Vercoloni. Now Eddie Prue coming on. Very dangerous player in his own right, obviously. Number 8 for the Switchbacks FC, Eddie Prue.
And that stays in. Good hustle by Suggs to play it off the left foot. Nana Sinkum. Back to his keeper, Brian Meredith.
And Eddie Prue will go in, just tuck in that position just behind Jack Jones up front for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Just a 1-goal game. And that thanks to the goal by Zach Mathers, 51st minute of play. It was a 2-goal cushion at the half, but Seattle, they have been resilient here. Certainly not their best stuff, but they have made the most of limited opportunities.
Tonight's man of the match, presented by Jack Quinn's, is Blandine Brutel, located in the Business Club. Tonight they're receiving a $50 gift card.
There's Prue to Cashier, bunched up at midfield, and that was out.
Unlucky there for the Switchbacks FC. Just lost their concentration a little bit. Good link-up play there before that by Masta Cashier, and the newest substitute for the Switchbacks, Eddie Prue.
Kai Briscoe. Suggs, or rather Phillips, defending. Cashier on the takeaway. Jones, the ball floating up, heads it over. Here's Aaron King, the veteran, to his right. He's got room. King now, run to the far side. Aaron King chips it into the box, backside. There's Cashier. Pulls it down, Masta. And last touched by number 10.
Unlucky there for the Switchbacks. It was great play to begin that break by Aaron King. You could see the length of his stride there, really taking in the ground on the far side of the field. Played a good ball over to Masta Kasher, just unable, obviously, to work that ball for a corner kick for the Switchbacks FC. Unlucky, but good play by the substitute Aaron King to really push the Switchbacks forward down the right-hand side.
On the push-up, Seattle. And Suggs able to send it back with the left foot over the head of Prue. Jones gives chase. Here's King again. Aaron patiently holding, dropping back for Eddie Prue on the far side. Here's Armstrong. Leaving it into the box. King turning back to the goal. Blast! Meredith, the save. And now out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Aaron King.
That's a really good save there for Meredith. Aaron King took that ball down, one touch to turn, fired that ball at the near post there on Meredith. Almost no time for the goalkeeper to react there. Good play from Davy Armstrong. Works that ball in. Just one touch there for Aaron King. Get that ball out of his feet. Fire that one near side. Meredith, good save. Strong hands there, able to keep that ball out. Good play from Aaron King. Once again, the second half substitute for the Switchbacks FC.
Well, Colorado Springs continuing to get quality shots on goal, but Brian Meredith standing tall in the second half. He's got a shutout going in half number 2, but the Switchbacks did get to him for 2 goals in that opening 45 minutes of play. So perhaps time becoming more and more of an importance here for Seattle. Just under 9 to go in regulation. Free kick.
Switchbacks FC just trying to organize their defense. Josh Phillips trying to get his players up on the top of the 18-yard box here. Try to push up as high as they can. Keep this ball away from Moise Poiti.
Poiti sees it go out of the far post. And are going to set it there for Moise Poiti.
Referee just warning Poiti to hurry up here. Poiti's going to take as much time as he needs. Sion McFarland just doing up his boots in front of him here. We're ready to go here at Weidner Field. Critical last 8 minutes and change here for both of these teams. You've got to imagine, as we've talked about, there are a lot of games left in the Western Conference, but 3 points for either team here tonight certainly would be a critical advantage given that 8th, just how congested it is around that 8th and final playoff spot.
Here we go. Masta Kasher tripped up, keeps his feet. Masta. And over the crossbar.
Will be a corner kick there for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. A Wells Fargo corner kick. Masta Kasher, good play. We know how dangerous he is, cutting in, knifing in on that right foot and striking toward goal. It was good play once again there from Kasher. Unlucky to see his shot blocked, but a Wells Fargo corner kick here that Kasher himself will take. Josh Phillips forward for this one.
84th minute of play. Masta to put the Switchbacks out in front by 2 goals for the second time tonight. Kasher, low ball, skips up and cleared out by Seattle midfield. And now we've got a delayed whistle, and that is going against Gayadoa.
It was well covered there by Davy Armstrong, coming all the way across from the right-hand side of the field there, getting goal side. Adoa just leaned into Davy Armstrong there. Referee's assistant called that foul. Switchbacks FC going to restart here through Josh Phillips.
84th minute, Phillips here to play it up.
Can feel the tension in the stands here. We're really getting into it. Meredith coming out of his goal to have a word with the referee. Not exactly sure what that's about. Didn't see anything happening there, but Meredith definitely wanted a word with the referee, but Josh Phillips is ready to pump this ball forward, looking for Aaron King on the far side of the field.
A lot of spin on that ball, headed back the other way now. This is Javorn Stevens at a big run. Burst from behind by Henry Wingo. Wingo into the box. And that's well defended by Colorado Springs, but it sets up another corner kick here, another Budweiser corner kick.
It was brilliant covering in the end there by Davy Armstrong. You can see Davy Armstrong coming from out of your picture here to make this challenge. Had to get that absolutely perfect there, obviously being in the box. He gets that wrong. That's a penalty kick, as we see the Budweiser corner kick being whipped in here. And that's not too far wide there. Switchbacks living dangerously here to end this game.
And a great effort high up in the air to play it. Brian Anasinkum had success in meeting number 1 earlier this season and trying to do it for the second time here. 17 at Weidner Field. Well, our Penrose moment of the match, and it came in the first half. Shane Malcolm from Masta Cashera, thing of beauty.
One of the nicest goals we've seen the Switchbacks score all year. Perfectly set up from Masta Cashera. Shane Malcolm rolls that ball home. What a competent finish there behind Meredith, using the goalkeeper going to the far side of the field. Shane Malcolm going across there to celebrate with his fans. Tremendous team goal there by the Switchbacks FC to put them on the board 1-0.
Meredith to play it. Inside of 4.5 minutes to go in regulation. Still no word on the official amount of extra time we're going to see at the end of this one, but right now the Switchbacks in the driver's seat. But as we have seen to start this second half, that can change in a hurry. Conditions unpredictable here with a wet playing surface.
Great hold up play there by Ronnie Argueta and Tae-Song Kim, able to win that free kick there. Just take a little bit of the pressure off the Switchbacks. We could see a little bit of stoppage time, obviously, with that very unfortunate injury that we saw to Jordan Burt on the far side of the field. So we could have a few more minutes here. Both teams going to have some chances here before this game is said and done with.
Shane Malcolm to take it. Chips it up on the far side. Tae-Song Kim running it down for Colorado Springs. Davy Armstrong now. There's Eddie Prue holding. Knifing it in. Here we go. King. Ricochet up. And it's going to be an accelerated Wealth corner kick here for Colorado Springs.
More great play from Aaron King. He's been so dangerous since he's come on that right-hand side of the Switchbacks FC attack. Linking up well there with Eddie Prue. As you said, an accelerated Wealth corner kick that Eddie Prue will take.
Switchbacks could put it away with a goal here. Eddie Prue. High ball. And it's not going to get through to Cashier. Well played defensively by Seattle. Here we go. On the other way, Davy Armstrong at a late whistle. And they're going to tag him for a foul, perhaps a card.
He had to take that one for the team there, did Davy Armstrong. Referee just going to bring him across there. Professional foul from Davy Armstrong as we see the yellow card coming out. He knew he had to make that foul to bail his team out, so he's going to take that one. He's going to accept that one. Nice word there with the referee. Knew he had to pull the player down there. Nothing malicious about it. Just had to stop that attack, bail out his teammates there to Davy Armstrong. So that was a well-timed foul, if there ever were such a thing there from Davy Armstrong. So good play there. Referee right on top of it. Yellow card produced. Seattle now with a chance to whip this ball in and put Moise Poitier under some more pressure.
So opportunity here to even it up. 89th minute of play.
Switchbacks once again holding a high line on Josh Phillips' command. Trying to keep as much space between themselves and Moise Poitier as they can.
A wall for Colorado Springs. Just outside the box. Low ball in, cleared out with the left foot by Josh Phillips.
Good clearance there and a clear hand ball. That ball comes right off of the hand there. That's unlucky for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to not get that one. Not have the assistant referee notice that one. Ball was brought down off the hand there, but luckily for the Switchbacks, they were able to win that ball back.
Poitier will play it inside. Just about a minute to go in regulation.
It was Coons who had trapped that ball with his hand there at halfway line. Lucky for the Switchbacks, and nothing came of that. There would have been certainly some upset words on the bench there if that had led to anything. But Jack Jones now able to take some pressure off the Switchbacks defense, run this ball to the corner.
Here's Prue. Drops it off Cashier. He's got a crease. Cashier hesitates. Argueta, King, Ronnie with the right foot. On the ground, Meredith. He's able to scoot out. It looked like it was going to be a dangerously close play for a moment, but Meredith there in time. Final 20-plus seconds of regulation.
Steve Tritchell on the sideline urging his players forward to press as high as they can. That's being led once again by Jack Jones, and now Eddie Prue, the second half substitute.
Off the Left foot of Rankin. There's Nana Sinkum. And we go into extra time. 4 minutes of extra time. A lot of work left to be done for the Switchbacks, trying to close this one out. Seattle in front of the box, shot, and it's gonna get wide of the post, far side, as Poitier got just enough on it to deny the goal.
It was a tremendous save from Moise Poitier. I believe the assistant referee's flag was up for offside, but Moise Poitier was not to know about that. Tremendous save. Yep, the assistant referee had flagged for offside. You could see some of the players there. Josh Suggs had already given up on that one because he saw the assistant referee's flag. Sion McFarland wasn't to know. That looks like he might be cramping up just a little bit there, but Moise Poitier, great save, even though it was offside. Going to have another Orther censure and nod to the dock here as Sion McFarland needs some treatment here in stoppage time.
And don't forget, stick around. The post-game show, our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match. We'll tell you at the conclusion of this one, so many great candidates, but Roland Vargas will talk to our BBB Man of the Match. And there you go, our Penrose Ortho Centura nod of the dock. Couple of big blows for the Switchbacks tonight. In case you just joined us, Jordan Burt exited in the 66th minute, the leading goal scorer for Colorado Springs. Injured the right knee. No word on the extent of that injury. And here, Sion McFarland in extra time going down in front of his keeper, Moise Poitier.
Just to get back to that Jordan Burt injury, the good news for Jordan Burt, you can see Jordan Burt right there on the substitutes bench. That is Jordan Burt there holding the right knee. So obviously he hasn't yet gone off for a scan, hasn't gone off to hospital. So that would indicate that it's perhaps not as serious an injury. But Jordan Burt there holding his right knee on the bench. Glad to see him. He's still around here at Weidner Field. McFarland will have to come off the field, just go across to the sideline before being ushered back on for by the referee after having the treatment there by the Switchbacks training staff there, Alex McDonald.
So Moise Poitier to play it here in extra time. Drive with the left foot. Good position there by Prue. Jones battles, he wins. On the cross, skips, and that's going to be played by Briscoe. With the right foot, Kim bump from behind, he draws the foul.
Great piece of play there by Tae-Sung Kim to get himself goal side there. Just lean into the player there, win that foul there, take some pressure off for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Wind down this clock a little bit more. Great play there. Tae-Sung Kim, you can see there, he just uses the hips, steps inside there, knows the challenge is coming, rides that challenge well. Referee right on top of it. Good play there, Tae-Sung Kim.
Aaron King to Eddie Prue. Well, back and forth to the far side. Here's Prue. Pinned into the corner and a takeaway, but the clock right now, the friend for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Officially just under a minute to go in extra time.
We could have a little bit more than that due to the injury to Sion McFarland, who is back on the field. Referees let him back on, so Switchbacks are at full strength here. S2 with the throw in deep in their half.
Perhaps adding on at least a minute. We'll see how it plays out here in the final seconds. Here's Phillips turning. McFarland gets back. Aaron King now, midfield, straight up in the air. Sounders FC 2, and that's great work at midfield by Ronnie Argueta. Back defensively, pressured from behind by Prue. Armstrong over, and what a fine play by Davy Armstrong.
Davy Armstrong's done really well since he came in for Jordan Burt, filling in on that right back position, really helping out his defense. That was a good challenge there.
One of the key mentions Steve Tritchu had leading up to this game this week. He was excited to have number 6 available for tonight's contest.
And a huge part of that has to be just how hard Davy Armstrong has worked to come back to get himself ready to be at full fitness here to join the Switchbacks FC squad. And also the versatility that Davy Armstrong has. I mean, he's a midfielder. He's at his best perhaps in the central midfield position, but today called on, able to come in at that right back position in an unfamiliar spot. He's done fantastically well there, filling in for Jordan Burt on the right hand side.
Perhaps final seconds of this one. Moise Poitier, big blast, that ball hangs high in the air. And perhaps the last push here for Seattle.
I believe the referee's going to allow this ball to be pumped forward, and that's going to be about it. We're well past the end of stoppage time here, but obviously the 4 minutes is a minimum of stoppage time. But we will see here. This should be the last play of the game here. Weidner Field, everything riding on this long punt forward from Meredith.
Big ball up in the air, gets through, still loose on the ground, cleared out by Jack Jones, and that will do it. The Switchbacks back of the win column. They hold on and beat the Sounders FC2 tonight. 2-1 the final score. Stick around. The BBB Man of the Match coming up in our post-game show right after this.
We made it! Wow, look at that.
Hey, all right.
It's July, and CET is full of firework programming all month long. Your Switchbacks square off in 3 key home matches, the 1st, the 8th, and the 29th. Cheer on athletes representing Colorado in the Xterra Adventures Championship Specials. And then don't miss the Season 4 premiere of Out West on July 20th. Happy Independence Day from all of us at CET.
What a scene here at Weidner Field on a soggy Saturday night. The Switchbacks are back of the win column. They knock off the Sounders FC2 by a score of 2-1 here in Colorado Springs. Josh Howe back at the booth, and well, the Switchbacks did what they needed to do. They put up 2 goals on the board in the opening half. Second half, locked it up and certainly turned it over to their keeper, Moise Poiti. He was sensational. Seattle got one through in the 51st minute of play. Their leading goal scorer, Zach Mathers, nets his 7th goal of the season, but that was it. Mathers and company shut out after that 51st minute mark, and the Switchbacks go on to win it by a final score of 2-1. We look down here to the far end of the field. Roland Vargas is going to be bringing us our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match here momentarily. So many great candidates tonight for the Switchbacks, who go from 24 points in the Western Conference standings to 27. So 7th place coming in, certainly going to move up after tonight. Reno 1868 FC had 27 points in the 5th spot coming in. So we'll see how it shakes out when all is said and done from around the league in the Western Conference on this Saturday night. But a big win for the Switchbacks. 11 games to go in a regular season. The top 8 obviously going to the postseason, and Colorado Springs trying to make the postseason for the 3rd straight year of their existence. So many great players tonight, and Masta Cashier, he is one of those players. He helped set up the first goal of the night, and Masta right now is joining our Roland Vargas. Roland, take it away. Now, we're going to have them in just a second. Of course, a wet, soggy night, so our crew trying to get adjusted and all set downstairs to bring you the latest from our BBB Man of the Match. But again, this one for Colorado Springs, a big one. They were on the road. They lost 2 straight on the road. A 1-goal loss last week in Oklahoma City, so they come back at home, got off to a great start. And the numbers, well, they bear that out. As you can see, free kicks for Colorado Springs, 17-13 advantage, corner kicks +6 for Colorado Springs, a shot advantage of 9 for the Switchbacks. Really, aside from the 2 yellow cards, a really clean game play by both teams tonight. But in the end, those 2 goals, that the difference is they get an own goal in the 33rd minute officially. That was the difference in the game. It looks like our Roland Vargas is ready to go. He's standing by with our BBB Man of the Match. Roland?
Joined here by the Better Business Bureau man of the match, Masta Kasher. Masta, congratulations on the win. Tell me how much you guys needed that today.
That's big. We've been through a lot this past week. Hard 6 game for us. We only got 1 win, so today is huge for us. Before the game, we knew it comes to our pride. We just have to win our battle one-on-one, and we did today. So we have to build from that. But right now, we're in a point of the season. It come to pride how much we wanted.
It's very tight for that 8th spot in the Western Conference. How much does another 3 points next week here at Weidner Field mean for you guys?
It's big. It's big. Since the beginning, we had the objective to win all our home games. And yeah, we have to build from this one. We came out pressing them.
So that was Masta Kasher, an outstanding performance tonight. He gets his 4th assist of the season. He now with 4 assists and 5 goals. And the Switchbacks, most importantly, get the key stat. They get a win. They're back in the W column for the first time since June the 24th when they handed San Antonio FC its first and only loss of the season. So the Switchbacks now at 27 points in prime shape as we head down the stretch. Just 11 games to go in the regular season. You can see our own Roland Vargas joining us now. And Roland, as we take a look at the highlights here for Colorado Springs, they got off to a good start. That really set the tone here in this game tonight.
Definitely. Masta Kasher just talked about it. They were put under pressure to start this game hot, start this game well. They certainly did that. Masta Kasher came out hot. The Switchbacks FC did. Really pushed everything as we see here as we go to the first half highlights. The Switchbacks really bossing everything offensively to begin this game. Look at this for a touch from Masta Kasher. Off of his chest there, beats his defender, plays this ball, puts it on a platter. Shane Malcolm, 1-0 Switchbacks FC.
So Malcolm gets the goal. Kasher, his 4th assist of the season. And they were rolling after that point. Jack Jones got the start tonight. Masta Kasher we see on this corner kick. And that officially was called an own goal by Francisco Arbon, but number 77 certainly had a hand in that.
Definitely he did, and a great ball in there by Masta Kasher. Jack Jones coming around the backside there, putting S2 under a ton of pressure. As we see here going into the second half highlights, once again it's the Switchbacks leading from the front. Tae-Sung Kim playing this one off to Ronnie Arquette. A great drive there by the captain, but well saved by Meredith.
So defensively, Meredith up for the challenge tonight. Aaron King and Meredith, just an outstanding stop and a save there for Seattle. So Colorado Springs, they get it done tonight. They go from 24 to 27. And it's not just about the W and the 3 points, but mentally, even though they played well the last 4 matches, just to be back in the win column, that has got to be big for the psyche of the Switchbacks team. Huge
for the Switchbacks to be able to pull that monkey off their back and get the win here, able to keep that one. We got a little bit nervous when S2 got their goal, go to 2-1 here. We knew that the Switchbacks were going to be put under a lot of pressure mentally, having given up those leads in the last couple of games. But the Switchbacks, they stayed strong, as we're going to go here and look at some of the highlights from the Seattle Sounders FC2, who played a good game here tonight, but just fell that 1 goal short.
Yeah, tip your cap to the Sounders FC2. They didn't give up down 2 goals. Zach Mathers at a 51st minute, his team leading 7th goal of the season, and that made it a 1-goal game. The rain coming down a wet, sloppy track, and they continued to put a lot of pressure on Moise Poiti. But when all was said and done, number 1 got the job done. He gets the win. The Switchbacks now win for the 7th time this season, and they move up in the Western Conference standings. Roland, as we look ahead, Portland coming up, a team that certainly they've had their moments this season, but some struggles as well. A great opportunity next Saturday night to keep this rolling for the home team.
Huge opportunity for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, and that man right there, Masta Kasher, to continue just how brilliant he's been offensively with a struggling Portland Timbers team coming in here next week. So we'll see you here on CET Sports for that one, but a fantastic performance here tonight by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to get the win 2-1.
What a victory tonight for Colorado Springs. Masta Kasher and company, they get it done. 2-1 the final. For my partner, Roland Vargas, and our entire crew, Josh Howe saying so long from Weidner Field. The Switchbacks winners tonight over the rivals from Seattle. So long, everybody.